Happy Monday, guys. So we're going to talk about a very hot topic, which is food prep. How do you go about the process of beginning your food prep for the week? Okay, I don't prepare for an entire week. I'll just go ahead and let you know that. I prepare for 2 to 3 days at a time because I tend to just get I don't like things that have been in the fridge for a very long time, and B, I get a little freaked out eating the same thing for 3, 4, 5 days. So I change it up even if it's just the vegetable change. First, I go through the pantry. What do I have left over? Potatoes, whatever that might go bad that I might need to use. Secondly, I go through the fridge and do the same thing. I've got some fruits and vegetables, some meats maybe that need to be used. How do I utilize those? Secondly, I take some of my favorite cookbooks and I go through those guys, and sometimes I incorporate my husband and go, okay, what do we want to eat this week? Okay, let's look at some things that are easy. Let's look at our schedule. What do we have? What days can I cook? Seriously, I go that detailed. And then what of those foods are going to give me some leftovers? How many meals are we going to have that, like chili or some things like that might give me some leftovers? And then what's not really going to give me any leftovers? So I'm really going to have to prepare some other containers for those days. Knowing that I'm 24 hours ahead of myself is the biggest relief. So I stay 24 hours out. So the night before, I'm already looking in the fridge to see how many meals do I have and how much food do I need. Worst case scenario, I'm going to grab some chicken from somewhere and some steamed veggies, or some places like Kroger have them in the deli. Worst case scenario, I'm going to do that and like a rotisserie chicken. But I try to always be 24 hours ahead of myself. Step 2, so we've already figured out what we have. Now we need to figure out what we need, and we're going to hit the grocery store. Coming up. Okay, so we're inside the store. We start in the produce. We avoid the candy aisles and so on and so forth. We're gonna see how long this takes because I put everything in my Kroger app. It tells me which aisle to go to. So let's see how long it takes me to get in and out of here. You wanna avoid this aisle altogether. Nothing but candy, nothing but Halloween goods. Stay away, stay away, stay away. Okay, so I started at 8:44. It is now 9:07 and I'm checking out. Okay, so here's a shot of the groceries, $93 at Kroger. I was in there for approximately 35 minutes and I got a lot of stuff done. So now we start the process of sorting through the frozen. There's some of them are frozen, some are fresh. We'll go through the meats, vegetables, fruits, and start to figure out what needs to be cooked now, what can wait, and what can be frozen. Okay, so I'm just kind of filling you guys in on where we are right now. So I came home and started prepping meals 2 and 3, which are like my mid-morning and then lunchtime food, because it was chicken, broccoli, some sweet potatoes, some rice, that kind of stuff. So I'm in the process of doing all of that now, and I'm numbering them so that I can just pick them up out of the fridge and go, oh, it's time for meal 2. There's my stack of meal 2s, meal 3s. And what I'm doing is actually utilizing my lovely air fryer here. So all of my chicken looks like fried chicken, but it's not. It's just seasonings there it goes, in the air fryer. It's taken me about 25 minutes to cook them. They were frozen, but it's been so worth it. So just to give you a heads up, we're in the middle of food prep now, and this is how it's going. I'll give you another shot toward the end. Okay, I don't know if this is working or not, but I can tell you that this looks 100 times better. Okay, so here's the thing to know about food prepping. When you are cooking meals in volume, you want to try to keep items going simultaneously when you're cooking. So if you want to steam broccoli, you want to steam all the broccoli for all the meals that you have. So you need to have a written plan that you can look at to say, okay, how many cups of, or how many stalks of do I think? Or if you're doing the frozen, how many ounces do I need? Also, I do the same thing with the rice. I do the same. So I'm literally writing down all of my meals, and I'm going, okay, how many can I get from A, this bag of chicken or whatever, and then B, how many do I need, so that I can kind of cook them all at the same time, so that I'm not going, okay, well here's broccoli again, crap, now I gotta go cook more broccoli. So having everything written down and having a plan before I get started kind of helps me. So like breakfast and dinner, because I'm always home around breakfast or dinner time, I usually just cook those when I'm home, cooking dinner for everybody else or getting everybody up and ready in the morning. Unless it's like a crazy day and I'm really out early, then I'll go ahead and prep it the night before. But really the middle of the day stuff and lunch and snacks and that kind of thing, that's what's critical to prep ahead of time and have prepared. Otherwise, you're gonna eat junk, you're gonna eat processed, or you're gonna eat from a vending machine, which is a no-no. Or you're gonna panic and eat something you shouldn't. So the key here is that the middle of the day food is really, really important to prep, because you're more likely going to cook something for dinner, and you're really more likely to prep something in the morning for breakfast or the night before you leave. So really, it's kind of the middle of the day. Now, some of us are night eaters, so after dinner, we really want to, pound the pantry. Hopefully, by eating more meals throughout the day, and so some of our snacks actually become small meals, we are eliminating the need to feel so hungry after dinner before we go to bed. So we kind of want to cut that out. Protein shakes are okay, and maybe a form of protein at night is okay, but we really want to eliminate that whole rush to the pantry, digging through the pantry, looking for stuff after dinner. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do, get the metabolism set to where we are comfortable with eating small meals throughout the day, and we're not hungry at night. No hungry at night. No pantry digging. No refrigerator surfing. Okay guys, we'll be back. Hi guys, I don't want you to think I'm insane. I get so excited with food prep because it truly is the one thing. If there was ever one thing that changed the world of fitness and wellness and how I feel and how I eat and how I respond and how my body reacts and my metabolism and all that stuff, energy, it was learning the art of food prepping. Let me show you this. One of my favorite things, look at that. That is air fried chicken. That is not fried chicken, that is in the air fryer. Of all the things I have ever utilized to food prep, being completely honest with you guys, this guy right here, this air fryer, is my absolute number one go-to and my favorite. So if you, number one, are short on time, and number two, just really don't like being in the kitchen for hours on end endlessly, this thing is a godsend. So one word of advice, Christmas is coming up soon, ladies. Put it on your list, put it on your list, put it on your list. You will love it. Air fryer. Instapot, I've not been super familiar with yet, so I need to get one of those and try that. And we'll do maybe a A/B comparison. Kara, remember we were still gonna do that. But anyway, the air fryer so far is my absolute fave. So put that on your list, ladies. Okay, beautiful people, here is my challenge to you. So now that you've seen, that was about an hour and a half roughly process for me to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 8 meals. I have many more meals that I need to do, but most of them consist of dinner. So I'll cook 4 or 5 of those when I'm doing my dinner tonight. And the breakfast is usually easy peasy. So I'll hard boil some eggs tonight and get a few things together for that. Oatmeal is no big deal. So no problem there. I'm pretty much set for the next few days. So literally I've gotten myself through the next 4 days with the meal time that is most complex for me to be able to eat and stay on track. Number one, most critical, we have to get you a plan. Number two, we have to prepare for that plan for those times that are the most difficult for you. That's the key. Number three, we need to try to preserve what we have in the pantry and in the refrigerator. That really kind of falls further down on the priority list, but one of the first things we have to do is evaluate what we have left over. So, key this week is to figure out what is the time of day that is the hardest for you. When do you struggle? Let's get some meal prep containers together for that time, and let's figure out what that food should look like, and let's try it. Let's try to get a few meals prepped and in your fridge and ready to go for the time of day that you struggle with the most. Are you ready? Are you ready? Of course you're ready.